Well, yes, I'm right now at the Xian International Airport here in the historic Chinese city of Xi'an. As we speak, the presidential flight of Uzbekistan President Shavkat Mirziyoyev has just touched down and arrived for the inaugural China Central Asia Summit. Well, it's dark at night here, but there's still a welcoming ceremony for his arrival. You know, the head of Culture and Tourism Department is here, as well as the governor of Shanxi province. And also at the scene, as you can see behind me, this performance is ongoing. That is called the Ansai Waist Drum performance by local dancers. The performance is a large-scale folk dance with a history of over 2,000 years. It's been listed as an intangible cultural heritage at the national level since 2006. Well, it reflects the spirit of unrelenting self-improvement and optimism. Well, the dancers wear, costumes and headdresses similar to those of ancient Chinese soldiers, and the drum dancers have brought their performance to more than 10 countries, actually, that including Germany, United States, and Australia. And it's one of the cultural performances that tells the story of the city.
Well, what can you share with us about the bilateral ties between China and, of course, Uzbekistan? And what are the expectations we'll see coming out of this summit?
Yes, starting tomorrow, President Mirziyoyev will hold bilateral meetings with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Experts say, multiple deals under China's Belt and Road Initiative is expected to be signed right after. Well, on Friday, the heads of 5 Central Asian countries and China will meet in person for the summit to deepen strategic mutual trust between China and the countries of the region, which are friendly neighbors and strategic partners. Well, there are also plans to sign a solid package of documents. China, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan Railway would also be on top of the agenda, according to experts. Well, for China and Uzbekistan, for many years they have been successfully building bilateral mutually beneficial cooperation. In 2022, trade turnover between Uzbekistan and China for the first time reached $9 billion, increased by 20% compared with 2021. Well, in the first quarter of this year, China became Uzbekistan's main trading partner with a total trade volume of $2.3 billion. And there are over 2,000 enterprises with Chinese investment in Uzbekistan, including 275 established in 2022, of which the largest are Huawei and ZTE, 2 leading Chinese tech firms. And cooperation in cultural and humanitarian affairs has also been developing intensively as well, with education being one of the important areas. Well, Uzbekistan currently has 2 Confucius Institutes in Tashkent and Samarkand. It is deeply symbolic that the Tashkent branch was the first Confucius Institute in Central Asia region. Well, for the upcoming summit, which will give new impetus to the high-quality construction of the Belt and Road Initiative, given China's tremendous experience in this area, Central Asian countries would benefit from practical cooperation under the BRI through projects like renewable energy, high technology, and etc. Back to you.
Well, many thanks, Dong Shui, for that great update and that insight into relations there. That, of course, is our reporter Dong Shui joining us at the airport in Xi'an at the meeting of those 2 presidents. And you can see the 2 presidents are meeting each other and greeting, doing the greeting part. And as Dong Shui did mention earlier, as you can hear in the background, we can see the Ansai Waist Drum performance by local dancers there as well to welcome the Uzbekistan President. Now, as she did mention, that is quite a fancy dance. The performance is a large-scale folk dance with a history of over 2,000 years. It has been listed as an intangible cultural heritage at the national level since 2006. It also reflects the spirit of unrelenting self-improvement and optimism. Now, the dancers are wearing costumes and headdresses similar to those of ancient Chinese soldiers. It is believed to be originated as a religious activity to great gods and also to dispel evil. Now, in the past, Shaanxi villagers used the drum dance to pray for good weather. As you can see, there is pretty good weather there, as well as a successful harvest and also a happy life. Now, like a hurricane sweeping across the yellow earth, the dancers are displaying the simple yet colorful character of peasant life in the Loess Plateau. The drum dance is also a traditional Lunar New Year and Lantern Festival activity in Shaanxi province. Young people perform the dance throughout the villages while, of course, wishing people a happy new year as well. More and more young people in that region have picked up on that drum dance. It's spreading the art and also making it more popular amongst the public. The drum dancers have brought their performances to more than 10 nations, including Germany, the United States, Australia as well. And together with the waist drum dance, we're also seeing another kind of folk dance representing China's traditional culture. That's the Yang. I hope I'm pronouncing that well, which pretty much combines music, dance, and storytelling. Now, Yang originated from rice planting and farming, and it is popular throughout China's countryside. It has connections with ancient eulogy songs in sacrifices to the god of the farm. The host, Xi'an, is the capital city of northwest China's Shaanxi province. Many places of historic interest are located here in Shaanxi, including the world-famous terracotta warriors. Now, the city is one of the important birthplaces of Chinese civilization and the Chinese nation. It is also the starting point of the ancient Silk Road when Zhang Qian traveled westward from here, connecting Chinese civilization and also Central Asian civilization for the first time. More than 200 years later, the story of fate and communism continues to write a new chapter in this city with unprecedented depth and breadth. As of the end of March 2023, China's direct investment stock in the 5 Central Asian countries exceeded $15 billion, with a cumulative completed engineering contracting turnover of about $63.9 billion. Now, the first China Central Asia Summit will be held here in Xi'an, which marks the formal establishment of the mechanism for the meeting of the heads of state of China in Central Asia. Now, the historic city of Bukhara in Uzbekistan lies at the crossroads of ancient trade routes that span across Central Asia. Renowned as one of the most prosperous